Well, thank you very much, Michael, for that all too kind and generous introduction. I'm delighted that my first public duty as chair-elect of the Academic Council on the United Nations system is a happy one. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to this conference on UN agencies connecting with academics and civil society. I should say we are, unfortunately, Dr. Kanda Yumkela, the Director General of UNIDO, won't be able to be with us today, but he will be ably represented by Dr. Wilfried Luptenhorst, who is the Managing Director of the Strategic Research, Quality Assurance and Advocacy Division at UNIDO. So we welcome you, Wilfried, delighted that you could be with us. And of course, I should take this opportunity to thank, through you, UNIDO, for supporting this conference and for making this room available. A special word of welcome to Ambassador Thibault Tots, the Executive Secretary of the Preparatory Commission for the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization. He is a very strong supporter of ACUNS, and Ambassador Tots has been actively involved in international disarmament and non-proliferation issues for over 3 decades, so we're delighted to have you here. I would also like to welcome Ambassador Dr. Helmut Bock, the permanent representative of Austria to the UN here in Vienna. Ambassador Bock has represented Austria in a range of important diplomatic assignments, including in New York and in Seoul, where he served as ambassador. And I should also like to thank the government of Austria through you for supporting ACUNS and this conference. And last, of course, and certainly not least, to welcome Ms. Anne Thomas, who is officer in charge of the UN Information Service here in Vienna. This is a critical position that helps to ensure that the UN's work here in Vienna is communicated and understood by key stakeholders here. So we're delighted to have you on the panel. A conference, of course, such as this would not have happened without the sustained hard work and support of key people, some of whom I have mentioned already. But I think we are enormously grateful, in particular to Michael Katzer, who so ably represents ACUNS here in Vienna, and his extraordinary team of volunteers. He has been supported this year by the United for Education and Sustainable Futures, an independent non-profit association, and committed members of that association like Billy Batware. Michael and his team are the people who have made this event happen again for the 2nd year. So we're particularly grateful, Michael. Thank you very much. I also note and welcome the addition this year of the 3rd day event, the regional UN Academy event. I think it provides an opportunity for young scholars to present academic papers, and I'm pleased that it also includes a UN career workshop, because the work of the UN is the work which can only be accomplished by successive generations. And it's a good thing that one has, I would say, younger people, because we are still young, aren't we? Who are interested in careers at the UN. So that's a very great addition, Michael. I think the theme of this conference, UN agencies connecting with academics and civil society, is an important one. Academics have been key partners of the United Nations since its inception. Ideas are important and they make a difference in policy. However, the UN system usually lacks the in-house capacity to provide the necessary analysis and research to inform policy making. So academics perform a very critical role in this regard, but I think from experience in the UN system, academic research needs to be accessible to policymakers. They have to be written in a language and in a manner which policymakers can find useful and which they can then use to influence policymaking. Civil society is also important for the UN's work, and I believe it is critical in three ways. First, the goals of the United Nations can be achieved only through the engagement of civil society and governments. In particular, civil society has become an essential partner for different kinds of operational activities of the UN, humanitarian, peacekeeping, peacebuilding, and development. The second way in which civil society is critical for the UN's work can be seen in the fact that civil society has brought new issues to the international policy agenda. A notable example, of course, is the case of landmines. And a third important contribution of civil society is that it enhances the legitimacy, the accountability, and the transparency of intergovernmental decision-making. So it is vital that the United Nations should continue to explore new ways of engaging with civil society, and this conference can contribute to that exercise. I should note that 2012, this is an important year for ACOS. It is our 25th anniversary. We'll be having our annual meeting in New York in June on the theme New Norms, New Actors, and New United Nations, and I hope that we will see many of you at that annual meeting. Anyone interested can see Brenda. Brenda is at the back, and Brenda is with the ACONS Secretariat, and you can take advantage of a special ACONS membership or renewal discount, which is an offer which is available only for the duration of the Vienna meeting. So do sign up with Brenda.